So Mark here from Rock and Load. We're here Saturday 13th of August at Bloodstock 2022. Unbelievable. Look at this gorgeous weather. What is going on?
Mate, I'm just trying to stop sweating, to be honest, mate. It's a little bit intense, but I'm having a good time, you know. It's cool. We're in the shade now, so I'm cooling down.
Catch your breath.
Got the first beer on the go, so not too bad.
So, rudely didn't even introduce you there. I was just talking about the bloody weather, first of all.
Yeah, it's all good.
So Josh Baines of Malevolence. Josh, how are you keeping?
Very good, man. Very good. Life's good. Just constantly playing gigs. You know, they're getting bigger and better. So it means I can just play guitar all the time. So
I know, like living the dream, man. Living the dream. Like
trying my best, man. Trying my best.
Last year, you guys headlined, or you were on the main stage last year. Sorry, you're headlining the Sophie Lancaster stage tonight. That place is mental all the time. Like when you come to the closing acts, like people just are ready to party.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys are absolutely equally ready to deliver.
I think we'll get it. We'll get it going. We'll get them going tonight. Massive circle pit.
Huge
thing all the way around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
We recently caught you guys playing on your tour in Belfast.
Oh yes,
yeah, down the Limelight. So and you've done the Dublin the night before, I think, and then Belfast afterwards.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That was your first sort of foray across the water as well, wasn't it?
We've been a couple of times actually, but it's always been like I think we did it once with Dying Fetus, like on a tour that we did then, and then we've done like a couple of little like hardcore all dayers and stuff like that. But yeah, this was the first time that we've been over to like headline. So it was cool. Yeah, it was cool, man.
Good response from the Irish crowd.
Yeah, it was nice, man. Like Dublin, it was sick as well. Like, you know what I mean? It was like really unexpected. To be fair, you know, we didn't really know how it'd go. It's kind of weird going to a new territory, especially headlining. So
absolutely, because as you sort of said yourself, like you guys, you formed roughly, was it 2010-ish?
Yeah, roughly, I guess. Yeah.
And then you'll release your debut about 2013.
Yeah.
And then you guys have had your head down really since then, just, you know, grafting and building up on the reputation of the band.
That's it, we're just trying to play as many gigs as we possibly could, like over the years, like anywhere we could, and sometimes that was a bit of a hindrance because it meant we couldn't write any music, so like, there was a bit of a gap between the first few, you know, but over that now, it's like at a point where I sort of don't have to have a normal job, do you know what I mean? It's like I can literally just focus on writing music. We can get all this, you know, everything's in place all the time now, so it's way easier, so we can get the new stuff out and out, you know what I mean, and keep going.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? As you say yourself, it's a gradual build-up over the years, you know, and you keep on returning back to these venues, and you start seeing the numbers build as you go back.
Every time,
And music-wise, then, it was 2017 was the last album, and then you've just released a new one, Malicious Intent. Was it the 5-year gap between, or was there anything else out in between?
So we had an EP called The Other Side. It was just 3 tracks, but it was sort of like a placeholder. It came out in 2020.
Okay.
So
was that before the pandemic, or?
No, it was during. Well, it was supposed to come out slightly before, but then it just got complicated, and then obviously everything went down. But we managed to get all the stuff in, you know, the vinyl and stuff, because we released it ourselves through our label that we created. So we thought, why not just do it now? You know, there's everyone's sat at home, nothing to do, so
captive audience at that stage, wasn't it, really?
And it seemed to do really well, you know. It's like we did the Download Pilot, was the first gig back that we did.
And then you were here afterwards.
And then straight to here.
Really shortly after lockdown opened up again.
So
like, obviously from a performance point of view, like trying to get yourself ready and psyched up for that sort of level of performance in the crowd and main stage as well. It's stressful, but I think like adrenaline through the roof. You know?
100%, man. It's always a good fun. You know, it doesn't matter if there's 10,000 people or 100 people there. You know, it's or even less than 100 sometimes. You know, it's fine. Like it doesn't matter to us, but like when you know it's going to be a big one, you're like, oh man, like it's going to be tough. Like I've got to like get my shit together and, you know, and smash it. You know, everything's got to be right, and you know, it's just a nightmare if it starts going wrong. But
how have you guys found the last sort of 12 years? It's been a bit hit and miss. Like it's been disjointed, hasn't it? Trying to get things back to normal as far as
It's, I guess it's getting better and better. I think like the toughest part is just like the cost of stuff now. You know what I mean? It's like, everyone's been affected by it, but you know, if you've got to travel and stuff, like even the ferries like over to France and stuff like that, they've like gone up in price by like 10 times. It's mental, and like you know, it's like flights, mega expensive. Baggage on the flights is mega expensive. Do you know
Visas
what I mean?
and stuff like that.
Visas and stuff like that. Yeah, the carnets. You know, I'm sure you've heard stuff about those. It's just they're pointless. Like no one checks them. So it's like, why do you have to pay 500 quid or whatever it is? You know, it's like what, like. But,
the life of a modern musician, I suppose. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like teething problems. You know, a lot of things have happened in the last few years, for better or worse. You know, what I mean, mostly worse. But you know, it's they'll work their way out. You know, it's just a bit of a pressing, tough time at the minute. You know, for people in our industry. But that's cool. You know, it's
the album, then the new album, Malicious Intent, was that written over lockdown?
Yeah, mainly. Like some of the riffs, like the song "Still Waters Run Deep," the like main riff in that, I guess you could call it. That like me and Charlie have been jamming that for close to 5 years. Do you know what I mean? But it's just one of those things. Like I just never really used it, and then we were like, this is the time. Cool. I'll actually use it and write the rest of the song now. You know.
And tell me a little bit about yourself as a guitar player and gear. So like, how's your own sort of style developed over the years?
Yeah, well, I've always just tried to write riffs that I think are cool, obviously, for one. And then just like, you know, when you're linking them together, I think I always think about what's going to happen when we play them live, you know? So it's like, how's the crowd going to react to this? So I want like every bit in the song to sort of have an effect, you know? Is it like a circle bit, or is it like people are spin kicking or whatever? Do you know what I mean? Or is it going to be like everyone bouncing or everyone clapping or everyone singing along to this part? You know, maybe I'll make the progression a little bit easier, you know, for Con to play while he's singing, you know, and I'll play something else over the top of it. And I think I didn't really used to think about that, on the first albums and stuff like that. So it'd just be like, I want to make it as hard to play as I possibly can for my own skill level at the time, you know. And then so I think myself and the rest of the boys in the band as musicians have like matured and grown into what you hear now, you know.
The songwriting has real purpose then, you know, for the live performance especially. And what's it like then being up on that stage, and when you're thinking about what you've done there and you're putting that into actual practice and seeing that reaction from the crowd? Yeah, it must be amazing.
It's cool, it's like, it works. You know, if I think about it, then it's like I can make, you know, so if it's like a circle
like God among men.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you know, if there is like a circle bit moment that I think would be cool, then, you know, I've taken the time to like make the build up, and it's worked. You know what I mean? It's like Alex has got time to like get everyone riled up because I've like left some space.
Which he does.
Which he does, exactly. He's very, very good at that. So, you know, it's nice to see it all fall into place, and then it's like infectious, isn't it? You know, as soon as I think recently, like with the circle pits and stuff, like they've just been getting bigger and bigger. And, you know, every time we play, if the room is big enough, like it'll be however big, you know, and it's sick. Like, and I think it's like become a bit of a weird thing. You know what I mean? Like every video I get is just like the circle bit, circle bit part. You know what I mean? It's like everyone's going mad for the same part. It's weird.
Yeah. And how do you feel the response has been to the new album?
Tremendous, to be honest. It's like I couldn't really ask for anything better. You know, it's gone a long way, and it's made so much difference to like the response that we get from promoters. You know, like people online. You know, like people like yourselves, like journalists and stuff. You know, like people are more interested. They're more hyped for stuff. You know, it's like things are coming. You know, we're getting more opportunities than we've ever got, and I think it's like telling of the songs that we've written and like the way that like
progress of the band, really, ultimately.
Yeah, that's it. And it's I've spent a lot of time like trying to order the songs in the record. You know, so it's like sort of takes you on a journey. You know, I'm sure everyone says that certainly, but I did actually spend. You know, I don't want it to have any dead points. I want it to be, this is something different. And then, you know, it's like Higher Place comes on. It's like really mellow, sort of out of the blue. Yeah. Next one, I want it to be straight back in. You know, Karma comes in straight after. You know, so I think that as well has helped it carry through because people can listen to it all the way through. Yeah. And, you know, I've heard a lot of people say that it's an album that they do listen to all the way through.
Yeah, because sometimes you can't. If you come across an album which has a little bit of a lull, you can be tempted to move on, especially in the digital age.
Exactly. People just skip one button and he's done something else. Yeah.
And tell me about the creation of your own record label back in 2019. So what has that given you guys then, that element of freedom that you needed?
Yeah, well, it's worked, like, it's done us wonders, to be honest. It's like, we released the EP and stuff, but we basically just set it up because like no one wanted to put the EP out.
Yeah,
There's only 3 songs, so we're like, well, we'll just do it ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, why not? It's like, we can. It's like other people have done it, so why can't we do it, you know? And then, obviously, that gives you complete creative control and, you know, whatever you want to do with it. So this time round, obviously, it's coupled in with Nuclear Blast. Yeah. But, you know, really easy to work with, you know, like really nice people. So it's just made it even easier, but bigger. Very 100%, man. And we couldn't ask for anything better. And it's really cool of them to still let us have a lot of control and sort of link both of the labels together, you know?
Of course, yeah. And so what have you got, just to wrap this up now, coming up beyond the Bloodstock?
So we got we've got some shows with Lamb of God next week, a couple of headline shows as well, one in Colchester actually, and then there's one in Paris, and then we go to Australia, and then we're back for a couple of months, and then January is tour with Trivium and Heaven Shall Burn. So
a lot of big names dropping there.
Yes.
So fair play to you. Again, it just shows you the progress that you guys have made over the years and earned the right to play beside those guys.
It seems weird to say it all.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I know.
Is that what I'm on it? Yeah. Am I going on that tour?
Living the dream. Living the dream.
That's it.
Look, once again, I know you're busy, Josh. We'll let you get on the way. But again, Josh Baines from Malevolence, thank you for your time.
No worries, man. Thank you.
Okay. Cheers, man.
Cheers.